Today, we are pitting two versions of our favorite wall crawler head to head. In one corner we have the Spectacular Spider-Man, a version of Spider-Man that is hailed as the best animated version by many people. And in the other corner we have the Ultimate Spider-Man, likewise, a version that is hailed as the worst animated version of Spider-Man. But who will come out on top in a versus battle? Before we start though, comment down below which version is your favorite and which version you think will win this battle. But without further ado, let's begin. This versus battle will be broken up into 6 parts: strength, speed, durability, combat intelligence, skill, and gadgets. Starting off with strength. Each of these Spider-Men have enhanced superhuman stats thanks to a radioactive spider bite. But only one of these men have greater strength prowess and better feats overall. So, let's start with the Spectacular Spider-Man. So while each combatants have shown the ability to have super strength in the range of throwing cars, demolishing debris, and harming other superpowered individuals, each of these heroes have a singular greatest feat in this category that we will be taking a look at today. Starting with Spectacular Spider-Man. While trapped in Doc Ock's self-destructing underwater base, Spider-Man is pinned under a large debris trying to save Gwen. So while already hurt and bruised, he has to defy all odds to lift this heavy machinery so he can get both of them to safety. So in this clip you can see, even though it caused Spider-Man great strain, he was still able to do it. And this piece of machinery, whatever you want to call it, was calculated to be in a 25 to 50 ton range. So while in this feat he had to push himself, in other scenes he demonstrates his strength on a more average normal scale, as in casually swinging this I-beam against Sandman, or throwing Venom so hard Venom himself strains to actually stop himself from Spider-Man's strength. Now moving over to the corner of the Ultimate Spider-Man, we have his greatest feat that I can find of strength is him lifting a subway car. Now, here in this clip you see, he does it with way less visible strain. And after looking at some real world examples of these train cars, they're usually in the 40 to 60 ton range, with some estimates putting them even higher, which is already over Spectacular's feat of the 25 to 50 ton range of the machinery, with way less strain and stress, plus the extra force of the car actually falling down, with all people and passengers inside. So I feel like overall this is just an elevated feat higher than Spectacular's already. Plus on average he has hurt people in the Wrecking Crew who can do examples like this with their pure strength, who have fought Power Man. He's also went toe-to-toe with the Green Goblin, who himself have broken Power Man's arm. He's even overpowered Green Goblin to a standstill using pure strength. So I feel at a 1-to-1 scale, Ultimate has an advantage over Spectacular, just in strength. Now, moving on to speed. Both of these Spider-Men are very comparable in speed, reflex, and combat speed. But I think I would have to give Ultimate Spider-Man an edge. While both Spider-Men have dodged machine gun fire, bullets, missiles, and even electricity from Electro and so forth, Ultimate Spider-Man just does it on a more consistent basis, as in clips shown like this, and that. Also seen here, as he is able to climb a skyscraper using pure speed in seconds. Also here, where he is going faster than I really quick. Overall, I just feel Ultimate Spider-Man is just more consistent and impressive with his speed feats than Spectacular. Like this feat right here, where he's dodging machine gun fire casually, just flipping around, not touching him once. Another point to the Ultimate Spider-Man. Now moving on to durability, where I feel is a little equal, or Spectacular Spider-Man edges him out just a little bit. Just consistently, I feel that they're in the same weight class of their ability, as in they could take on peers and even people stronger than them. But I feel Spectacular Spider-Man, for better or for worse, has taken more of a beating and gotten up faster, and more types of attack than Ultimate usually will. As in this feat with Rhino right here. This collapse in this whole parking garage. This explosion where he's fine 10 seconds later. Or here, where he tanks a hit from Sandman And in the very next scene, the same hit dents a huge part of the ship next to him. Or even here, where he gets hit by this huge electric blast from Electro and is relatively fine seconds later. Or even here, where he is crushed and covered head to toe from solid gold and just is fine 2 seconds later. So yeah, overall, I just feel he has an edge in durability over the Ultimate Spider-Man. Now this next category wasn't hard to figure out who would win this, as it is combat intelligence. And Ultimate Spider-Man isn't known for his, he isn't the brightest tool in the tool shed. Now that isn't to say he's stupid, as he's pretty smart for he's pretty intelligent as being a Spider-Man, you know. But combat-wise, Spectacular Spider-Man has just shown more feats of thinking in the field, in a battle, coming up with plans to defeat his enemies. Like here, where Mysterio is invisible, so he jumps up and casts a giant web net over him to try and find him and capture him. Or here, where he lures Electro to a tire place so he can melt the rubber on the tires to get him stuck. Or here, where he's fighting against a mutated version of Kraven the Hunter and uses a woman's perfume to overwhelm and mask his senses. Or here, where he figures out Sandman is susceptible to cold and puts a bunch of snow on him to freeze him up. Or even here, where he uses one of his web cartridges to explode and fill the room with webs to trap gas and trick the guards. So overall, I just feel like Spectacular has better in-the-field combat intelligence over Ultimate. Now that's not to say that Ultimate Spider-Man doesn't also have moments and feats like this, but Spectacular Spider-Man is just more consistent and common with it than Ultimate. Now in the next category we have skill, but I'd say they're about even, roughly even. Neither of them have any noteworthy skill above the others. Now Spider-Man has trained with Iron Fist, I think, and he's also the Ultimate Spider-Man, and he's also in S.H.I.E.L.D. in that universe, so maybe he has had some extra training, but I haven't been able to find any specific feats of shown skill, hand-to-hand skill or combat prowess that pits him above necessarily. So just to be safe, I'm gonna say it's equal and give them both a point. Now here's another category that has a clear winner. It's the gadgets, and Spectacular doesn't really use any gadgets on regular. He might, if there's a specific problem, he goes to prep and craft something. But with Ultimate, he has his invisibility in his suit. He has even one-off gadgets that still has, I guess, just doesn't use them for plot reasons, like a laser here, or even more famously his electric webs, or even his motorbike, his spider bike that he uses quite a bit. So overall, I feel like Ultimate Spider-Man definitely has an edge in gadgets, with more consistent uses than Spectacular. Now their webs are a different story. They both use their webs to create constructs like beds or satchels or parachutes, but yeah, I still give the gadgets to Ultimate Spider-Man. And with that being said, we have a winner, with Ultimate Spider-Man just barely edging out Spectacular, winning 3 categories and tying in skill, versus Spectacular's winning 2 categories and tying in skill. So overall, Ultimate Spider-Man just has a better physicals, as in strength and speed, but Spectacular has a better durability, about roughly equal in the skill, and definitely gadgets go to Ultimate. Now if this fight were to really happen and play out, maybe Spectacular's greater on-field combat intelligence could help him secure victory, but I feel like Ultimate isn't too far behind, as he's also led teams and been in the field fighting and commanded. Also with his greater strength and speed, it would be a hard time, and I feel like he would definitely have the edge and win most times than not. But what do you think? Do you agree with this outcome? Do you disagree? Do you think I was wrong about something? Do you think I overlooked and missed something? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.